Hey girl, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. How was your week?
It was so good. So
Yeah.
I'm so excited because one of my favorite show is back on Netflix.
Yeah, what show
Love
is
is
it?
Blind.
Girl, I saw that. I don't know if I can do second season though.
Okay, you know what? You're right. Because I watched the first
Yeah.
episode and the candidates, they're not that great.
They're not that great,
Yeah.
right? I feel like season 1 was really good. When I
Season 1 was
saw
good.
season 2, I was like, am I gonna be able to do it though?
You watched the trailer?
No.
I don't know. I'll give it a chance. I only saw the first
Oh.
episode. I wasn't really happy with it, but I'm still excited. I'll see what's up.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, my week was. Well, my week is always busy. So moving on. But this week, upcoming week, because we're Sunday. Tomorrow it's Valentine Day.
Yeah. Are you doing anything?
No, I'm waiting for flowers and chocolate. Like that's what I'm waiting for. Yeah.
Do you
or-
usually get excited for Valentine's Day?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, I get so excited for Valentine's
Really?
Day. Yo, I love it.
Why?
Like, I love the attention that I get on Valentine's Day. I like flowers. I like chocolate. I love everything about it. And also, I think single people need to leave Valentine's Day alone. Can we just let lovers have their day? I don't understand. Why is it that single people want to make plans on Valentine's Day now?
What kind of plans do they make?
I don't know. They just plan stuff, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So if they plan stuff, is that your problem?
No, it bothers me because you know why? I see it as single mothers that are always like, we need to be celebrated on Father's Day as well.
Okay, no,
even though they
girl.
had their day. I feel like if you're single, you can practice self-love every day, you know? Why is it on Valentine's Day?
Okay.
Why do you want to steal the show on Valentine's Day as well?
Listen, if you're in a couple, can you not show like love every single day? Can you not show that type of love every single day?
Yes, you can, but it's the same. If you have a mother, you can show love every day, but there is Mother's Day for a reason.
Okay, but Valentine's Day, it doesn't say like you can be in a couple with yourself
Why would you do that? That is weird.
because it makes them feel good.
I think they are salty.
They're not salty.
I think
girl.
they are
They're
salty.
not salty.
Listen, if you feel the need to make plans on Valentine's Day and you are single, I think you are salty.
Why?
Because it's a day to celebrate love
But it's like Christmas.
between two people.
Okay, but like there's some people
Romantic
they make like plans with their friends.
Why? You can do it every other day. You can do it every
Okay, but like
weekend.
they don't want to be alone. Girl, you salty. You're the salty one.
I'm not salty.
You are salty.
Okay, you know what? I feel like these days, yeah, we just have that habit of wanting to transform everything. You know, like we want things to just be what we feel like they should be, you know. I think Valentine's Day has a meaning. It's for lovers. Let them have their day.
But
It's
they're not in
ruining
love,
it.
girl. Let them be. It does not. Listen up, okay? I'm technically single. Am I still gonna
Wait,
receive
what? Did you
flowers?
say
Yes, I'm
technically?
still receiving flowers. Am I still gonna go to a restaurant? Yes, I'm still gonna do all of that
You're receiving flowers
from like my
someone.
friends. Yeah.
Okay, that. Why? Can they not send you flowers another day? Why does it have to be on Valentine's Day?
Guys, I want some roses for Valentine's Day. So like they're gonna all send me like flowers. It's girls and boys. They're all sending it to me. I'm gonna do the same. I'm like, everybody receive it and moving on with my life.
Do you know the origin story of Valentine's?
I do not care. I'm
should-
serious.
you should know
but
about it.
that's like Christmas. Christmas is for family.
Okay,
So what happens to people
guys.
that don't have a family for Christmas? Are you telling them to not be salty?
Christmas is not. No, Christmas
like-
is the birth of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but like it's still like a family type of thing.
because people decided that it will be a family type of thing. Originally, is it? It's
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Honestly, moving
I
on.
don't- was Jesus born on the 25th of December? I don't even
Yeah,
know. Okay, I don't know about
En tout cas,
Christmas.
la nuit du 24 au
But-
25. Ça, c'est ce qu'on sait.
I don't know about Christmas, but what I know about Valentine's Day is c'est pour commémorer la mort d'un prêtre en fait, tu vois. So it's from the old, I don't know, Roman Empire or something. And then back in the days, the king was like, okay, young men are not supposed to get married. Why don't you care? Okay, guys, I'm talking to you. So back in the old days, okay, the king was like, young men should not get married because they make better soldiers when they are single, right? So there was that priest called Valentine. So he was like, nah, this is not fair. So he used to hide to celebrate people's wedding. And then he got caught and he got killed. So Valentine's Day is a way to kind of like, celebrate him. I don't know why single people want to steal it. It has nothing to do with them.
They're not stealing it.
Yes, they are.
They're not. They're living their best life. Let them meet.
They can
at
do
the end
it
of the
every
day,
other
at the
day.
end of the day, it doesn't like touch you. It doesn't affect you.
No,
It's
it
not-
doesn't. It's just an opinion. I mean,
doesn't
I thought that
affect
what we're
you.
doing on this podcast, I'm just giving my opinion.
I know,
Because I
but-
feel like it's important to be self-aware, okay? Why is it that on Valentine's Day, you need to do something? I've
just
been
a-
single so many times on Valentine's Day. It's just a normal day. I get up, I go to work, and I go to sleep.
Oh, really? You don't receive flowers?
If I'm single,
Yeah, I still receive flowers
from who?
from your friends.
No, we don't do that. We don't care. That's the thing. We don't care.
It's like
We
it's
don't
just like
care.
a thing of being like, hey, like whatever. I just like I don't know. I just like always like received it, so I'm like okay with it. I'm like
My friends don't wait for Valentine's Day to show me love.
no, they always show me love, but it's like there's like special thing to being like, hey girl, do you go? And I'm like, oh,
Let's
thank
make
you.
friendship day then. I'm down. We can have a day for friends. But Valentine's
Oh my
Day,
god!
I think we should
Saying
leave
that-
it alone.
No, girl. Saying like the friend thing. So me and my friends, we actually made like some kind of like a pact this like weekend for every Sunday, like upcoming Sundays. Like we're gonna have like a girls' night.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so like drinks like Sunday night and like a movie, like yeah, because I feel like with like COVID and all of that, we didn't really have like time like to really see each other. So yeah, it's like this thing. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but we're really rooting for it.
I get salty every time you mention COVID. Because Naomi and I, we went for dinner the other day, and she reminded me that we literally lost our lives to COVID. Like, I knew it had been going on for a while, but I swear, since you told me that, every time I sit down, I'm like, damn. And I'm like, where did my life go? You ruined it for me. You just need to ruin everything for me.
Yeah, I swear to God, I'm like that one friend who ruins everything for everybody. Like my friends, they're looking for an apartment. I'm like, are you guys sure? I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna have parce que c'est à Longueuil. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna have to pay for 2 metro passes. It's like electricity included. Are you guys sure? I'm like this person. I just kill everybody's fun. I'm like, that's it. There you go. Moving on.
Remember when I had a huge crush for Asher and
Oh,
you
yeah.
also had to ruin it? I can't.
Girl, he's short.
I didn't need to know. I was good. I was fine not knowing. Now I know, and yeah.
But he's still Usher at the end of the day. He's
No,
just
it's not. It's different. Anyway,
Listen,
so-
I didn't even mention the drink of the day.
Oh my God. Yeah, go
So
ahead.
you guys are gonna have to go like on our Instagram page. So obviously Tall Chicks Podcast on the Instagram, and you guys are gonna have like a cute little surprise of how we made this drink and like the step on how to do it. It's really, really easy. Honestly, it's vodka with some rosé and some cotton candy. So go on the page and you guys are gonna be able to know how to make it. How do you like the drink?
It's so good. I actually really, really like it. And like, putting the cotton candy inside is so satisfying.
Right? I don't know if
love
it's
it.
still gonna work. Let me try it. No, it doesn't work anymore. So you guys go on the page. You guys are gonna be able to see what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and a lot of people are looking for love, right? I was thinking about how a lot of people are on dating apps these days, and I watched that Netflix documentary called The Tinder Swindler. Have you seen it?
Of course, I've seen it.
What
What kind of question is this? Okay, listen. So my friend told me like this week. She's like, "Oh my God, Naomi, you need to watch like Tinder Swindler." I'm like, "What is it about? Like, is it Tinder?" She's like, "Girl, watch it." I'm like, "Okay, fine." Then I start like I press play. I start like the first few minutes. Why am I on the floor laughing? Like I'm just on the floor because I'm like a lot of people want like to find the what does Kevin Samuel say again? The 1%. What kind of man?
High value man.
The high value man. I swear to God, everybody's on that shit. Like it's been since like 2015. I swear, people have been on like high value men. So it's like if I meet a guy, right? Because I'm pretty sure everybody kind of like watch it. It's everywhere. There's even memes now, right?
Yeah.
So I meet you for the first time for coffee, and you tell me, yo, let me flew you out, whatever. YOLO, where's YOLO? Like, my life is really important. Why are you flying me out? And on top of it, it's not like flying you out like in Paris or something like that. It was like in like, where did he fly her out again? Like the first time?
Bulgaria?
Girl.
Bulgaria, yeah.
Girl, I was like, nah.
That's it. What
like,
are you trying to say?
I was like, no. At least like be like, I don't know, like Greece, like somewhere where like it's. I was like, okay. So then she goes, right? And they only been dating for a month. And this girl goes and take a loan under her name for 25K. That was like the first loan that she made.
Okay.
Under her name, right? It was like 25K. Then she orders like credit cards. And it's not like MasterCards and Visa. She orders Amex, okay? She ordered American Express. And sends it to the boyfriend for him to swipe. Max out the card. She calls, oh yeah, it's me. Put the limit up. Swipe. It's been a month. How delusional are you?
Okay. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, we're talking about that new Netflix documentary called The Tinder Swindler. So it's about that guy called Simon.
Yeah.
Simon Lviv, I believe his name was. And what he does, he's on Tinder trying to get money from women. He lies about his lifestyle, about his identity. He pretends to be a very high-value man, I guess, like the son of a billionaire.
Yeah,
you know,
diamonds. I'm like, boy, if you're a son of a like somebody inside of like the diamond industry, where is my ring? Where are my diamond earrings?
Yeah, right. So he pretends to live that very lavish lifestyle, sell those women dreams. Everything is going well, and then one day, all of a sudden, what he does...
They have enemies.
The what?
His enemies.
yeah. He has enemies that are attacking him, and it's like some movie type of thing. It's like, oh, my enemies are attacking me. You know, to be safe, I cannot use my credit card anymore, so can I use your credit card? And then women are very nurturing, I believe. So, and those women in particular are highly feminine. So it's like, that's one thing that you need to remember. He's not asking for money. He's not saying, oh my God, I need money to make that investment. He's asking for safety. You know, context matter. He's not saying...
Where is your mother? Where is your father? Your sister, your brother, your cousin?
I think they are almost flattered that he will turn to them for help, you know? And also, from the comments, don't get me wrong, I understand that they were low-key... Gold diggers. No, I wouldn't say they're gold diggers.
At the end of the day, girl, the only girl that I actually felt bad for is the third one. She was in a relationship with him for 14 months.
Exactly.
I can understand that. I do not understand you getting to know somebody in 1 month and making so many loans.
But what you need to remember is how he was treating her. It wasn't just about the money, because the second woman wasn't involved in a relationship with him. You know, she saw the money, she went on a date, she knew everything about, well, his fake lifestyle. But she was still like, when he tried, you know, doing that romantic gesture, it didn't feel right. So we were just friends, you know. The first woman... I wouldn't call her a gold digger. I wouldn't call her a gold digger, because he wasn't just, you know, giving her money and being a piece of trash. He was so nice to her.
But they didn't see each other for like the longest time. They like, at the beginning, they were seeing each other, right? And it was like a month. After a month, he started asking her like for a ton of money.
Okay.
Then he went to visit her after like a few months passed. Like maybe I think 3-4 months passed. He went to visit her when like she was at her mom's place, right? One night, and then she said like it was really cold and all of that, and I had cash. He took the cash and left. This girl, she didn't have the same experience as like the two others.
I think you all are just underestimating the power of long distance relationships. They were talking every day. He was sending flowers. They were making plans, you know. And again, context. He wasn't asking for money. He was saying, I'm in danger and I cannot use my credit card. I need help. Those women could Google him and see articles about him. It was like,
But
it was a
not
master
about
plan.
him. It was about his family. It was never him.
I think it was about him because when you look at the way he was acting with them, that guy has a PhD in women management or something.
Yeah.
He was saying everything that they wanted to hear, especially the first one. She's a helpless romantic, and she found him and he was a good listener, always sending flowers, he seemed to be a family oriented man, very knowledgeable. He was just the perfect guy. And on top of that, he had money. So I understand why she fell for it. Now, the whole taking a loan thing, okay, that's another story. But I totally understand why she fell in love.
It's one thing for me to, give you some money one time. Mm-hmm. I am not giving you my own credit card. I'm not ordering a credit card for you. Who are you? We're not married. So, all of those debts are on me. At the end of the day, yeah, the lifestyle that he was, showing her and all of those messages, I understand that. But what I will never be able to understand is taking out, at least the second woman, it was her own money. The third one, it was also her money, which the third one, I was like, girl, spirit animal, you is me, okay?
I like the third one.
The third one, I was rooting for her. I was like, yes. But the first one, she took so many loans, so many of them. She had 8 or 9 loans at the end.
I think she was very naive, but I don't think she was a gold digger.
At some point, she was like, if I believe that first one, the second and third one, I'm just gonna remove them because of out of context. But the first one, I'm pretty sure 98%.
Yeah.
That she was kind of doing it to be if I help him, then he's gonna see I helped him, and then we're gonna have a future together.
Yes,
but it's
of course.
You're not questioning somebody that you've just met. Where are your parents? But seriously, because at the end of the day, if you Googled him, then his dad is still alive. So why is your dad not helping you? Why are you not able to go to the bank, take out some money and use cash? You don't have to use your card. If you use cash, they won't trace you. So if you go to the bank, you can just take out some money and that's it, and then just use it. You don't have a debit card? Where's your cousin? Where's your mom?
I perfectly understand everything you say. Don't get me wrong.
I just don't get it. For me, I don't get it.
I understand. But I just feel people really underestimate the power that a man has on a woman when he managed to make her feel special, to make her feel like she's the one. A lot of women these days lost touch with their feminine side,
It's not a question of being feminine or not. It's a question of
highly feminine women are highly nurturing. And they love love, they love feeling special. They love all this little attention. So she was really naive and she fell for it.
Listen, I adore those little attention, everything. But at some point, there is a difference between you asking me $500 and you asking me for the amount of money that he was asking for his safety. At that moment,
so your argument is that she was stupid.
Yeah.
At that point, I wouldn't call her stupid, but her actions were stupid. That I agree.
At some point, it's okay, what are you thinking about? I've just met this person. It's if my husband, okay, married this person, okay, we have a life together. I know him. He is in danger, and I know why he's in danger, and then his enemies, he's able to name those damn enemies, okay? Because I'm so annoyed the entire time. He's like, my enemies,
he sent pictures, though. He sent videos. He sent pictures.
No, I'm listen.
People are not out there expecting the boyfriend to be scammers.
Yeah, I know that, but it's at some point you need to question, because I was at some point I was talking to this guy, and homeboy was like, oh, would you ever maybe can I borrow maybe 30 or 40K, to start a business? I looked at that man, I was like, no. For who? Why? What for? Who are you to ask me that?
Don't get me wrong, I don't understand that it was very dumb from her, but my argument is that I don't think she's a gold digger.
I think she is a little bit. She saw the lifestyle and she said, oh, he's gonna
You don't know that for sure. How can you say that?
I'm not saying for sure. That's why I say 98%.
That's too high.
That's high.
That
yes,
is way
yes,
too damn
yeah.
high. I don't
Because
know.
honestly, you know what? Because also, like, I was watching this like podcast that I told you last week that like I found, and the
Which
guys
one?
I don't remember the name, but it's just like always on my feed now. But the guys were even them. They were like they reviewed it this week. And they're like, oh yeah, she's a gold digger. I'm like, oh my god, thank God. Okay, so other guys are saying that. So I'm not the only person saying that. Like at some point, she saw a lifestyle and she was ready for it. Because after a month, only a month of talking to somebody, even if it's every single day, it's like if you don't have the money, you can be like, oh my god, I am so sorry. Like I don't have that type of money. I'm gonna have to make a loan.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Or you can do an e-transfer. Why are you not doing me an e-transfer? Or like doing me like those like cash app type of thing. If you cannot use your credit card, you cannot use your bank card, then you can do a cash app and it's not traceable, right? So there's so many things where I'm like, girl, it's only been a month. I can understand the two other girls. I'm like, okay, like, you know, it's been like longer and you guys actually had time like for like a few months, an entire summer, 14 months. You guys have that type of relationship where you're like, okay, like he's gonna be good for it. Like, il a fait 2 fois and then they were like, after 2 times, they started like asking questions. They're like, what is going on? Where's my money? It's been 2 times. Like, you know, that second girl, she started asking questions. She's like, no, I've given you 2 loans already. You didn't repay it. So you need to give it back before I can give you any more, right? I'm like, why do you do 8, 9 loans before you start questioning somebody? At that point, or you're really like delusional and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna help him and then like I'm gonna be married to him and then we're gonna have that lifestyle. But for me, I make that much money, you don't even see the first loan being repaid and you go up to 8, 9 loans and she says it? No.
Again, I think we are mixing two different things. If the argument is that she was dumb AF, I totally agree.
Yeah,
that was
both
really
of them.
stupid.
She's
However, the gold digger thing, I don't think, je pense pas qu'on puisse affirmer ça for sure, tu vois. Because for me personally, I think any woman would want to be ideally with a man that has money, right? So
woman.
a gold digger, for me, would be being with someone only for the money. You know what I mean? But for her, on n'a pas de moyen de dire si she was there just because of the money, because he was doing everything else so right. You know, if he was a dickhead and he had money and she went ahead and did this, I would be like, oh yeah, she's a gold digger.
well,
'Cause, like,
after like the second loan, the guy was like, yo, where's the money? Please call the thing. Like call your bank. Like he was not like the nicest person
no,
after
he was.
that.
He was still like, oh, you're here
Yeah,
for
you're
me.
here for me,
Thanks
but
your
still,
help.
it's like-
I want you to be the mother of my children, making plans,
are words.
looking for like an apartment with her. Like, I don't know.
Those are words for me. I need actions. I need more than words. Like, I don't know. It's for me, like to see somebody, like actually something happening, words are not it.
Okay.
They're not it.
I don't know for sure if she's a gold digger. But I
There's-
totally agree that was stupid. I think that guy... A lot of people were complaining because they couldn't understand why he's not in jail. But technically, it wasn't illegal what he did. He
Technically,
lied.
yeah.
He lied to get money from them. But
He didn't force them to go get the loan.
yeah, les cartes étaient à leur nom, tu
oui.
vois. And he went to jail for using fake identities
Yeah,
and
for
stuff.
5 months.
But unfortunately, no, he got 15
But he
months.
only served 5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
no,
good
it's fine.
behavior. So technically, justice was served, right? But some people are really salty because they're like, oh, he
salty.
should be in jail. But that's not how the law works. He
I
didn't
know.
do anything illegal.
I know, but
and
still.
actually, that Cecilia girl, I feel like she should be in jail.
No.
Yeah.
No? Because, like, well, listen, you were supposed to repay the money, right? And obviously, like, a verbal contract, it's really hard to, like, ever, like, go to court and be like, yeah, verbally
No,
said
not
this,
for
right?
that. She
But-
sent fake documents to her bank. And a lot of women
Oh,
went
Cecilia,
to jail.
oh, okay. I
in
thought you were talking
America
about the
because
third
of
one.
that.
Please call them 1, 2, 3. I don't know. her
So,
name.
the first one is Cecilia.
Yeah.
So I was reading about it. Actually, you can actually go to jail for sending
that, yeah,
fake documents to
well,
your bank. And that's what
I-
she did because she needed more loans. So she sent the bank fake documents so that she could get them. And I'm like, I think it depends on what country you are
But
in.
again, did she send it? Like, I don't think she sent it because, like, she knew it was fake. She sent them because homeboy said, "Oh, you're employed. That's my company."
No,
so
but
you
he
can
sent them like payment slip with money that she had never received.
She was supposed to receive it.
Il
She
lui
was
a
supposed
envoyé
to
des
receive so many
bulletins.
money. So
Il lui a envoyé des faux bulletins de salaire. Un bulletin de salaire, c'est un bulletin que tu as après
Ouais.
avoir travaillé.
I know, but
Okay?
the thing is, like, she, like, honestly, what I understood was, like, she was going to, like, il a mis comme dans le comme, you know, payroll, so she can receive that money. So, because, like, at that point, how you repaying it? So that's how I understood it. I was like, okay, like, maybe, like, he, like, put her, like, you know, obviously, we know he's being fake, but what I was understanding on her side, c'est que comme she receives like that payslip, meaning okay, fine, he put me like under like payroll, whatever, and then I'm gonna be like receiving that money. He's gonna be repaying me that way. Still not illegal. It's still illegal, obviously.
It is highly
but
illegal.
I was like,
No, it is
at that
highly
point,
illegal.
what do you do? Because you're in debt. What do you do? Like
No,
at that point,
I'm just saying,
at that point, what do you do?
technically,
It's not technically.
I
it is
mean,
illegal.
yeah,
It
so
is
nobody
illegal.
is talking about
So-
that. And
Of
also,
course
even
not.
lying to your bank, because she called the bank and told them that she was the one using the
Using,
credit
yeah.
cards, right? I don't know how legal or illegal that is, but she did a lot of stupid shit. So people, please don't do it, okay? Even if you love the person, think about it twice, be careful, don't put yourself in danger, because someone who truly loves you wouldn't ask you to do risky stuff like that, right? So just be careful. I know women, we love, we love feeling special, but please don't be stupid.
I love feeling special. I love love until it's you're talking about my bank account.
Yeah. Okay.
Then that's like I'm like, are we married? Because it's different for me. It just hits different. Like making like a loan, making those type of like huge sacrifice that they did for somebody that I'm married for. Like, yeah, I'm married to you. Why would I ever even think twice for me to go and help my husband? It's like somebody I've just met. It's just like my eyebrows are like lifting. I'm like, I just met you. Like, it's like even if like you make me feel so special, I'm like, it's different. It's like my sister. My sister, elle peut m'appeler. Like now, she's like, I'm in trouble. I'm gonna stop the podcast. I'm going because that's my family. But somebody I've just met. For me, it's so hard. I'm like, I can like really, really care about you, but there's a limit where like I don't know you like that. That it's like if it's like at least my husband, it's like okay, yeah, ça fait des années, whatever. You guys are together. I can understand that your family, but somebody you just met, for me, that's where like my brain is just like stopping. I'm like, I can't, because for me it just hits different. Even if like I really, really care about you, like suspicion en fait. Because I've just met you. I haven't known you for that long. You're telling me you're enemies. Who are those enemies? You're not naming names. Why are we not going to the police? Because if I really want to help you, I would want to go to the police and like, you know, get this solved. Like, do everything I can. But at some point, like, why am I just keep sending you money? It just like, that's where like, it just like blocks. There's just like, genre, un blocage dans mon, like, where's the police? Why are you not going? Can I be there for you? So many things that you can do, but why am I sending my credit card for? Why are you maxing out my credit card?
So I have a story. I remember one day, I don't want to go into too much details because that would just take so much time and it's irrelevant. I sent him a message on WhatsApp and I was like, okay, I'm going to send you X amount of money on PayPal. Can you send it back to me on PayPal?
Can we know like the price? Can we know? Est-ce que tu peux me dire à la fin?
It wasn't that much.
Okay.
I was like, can you send it back to me on PayPal? And he was like, you want to send me money on PayPal so that I send it back to you on PayPal? And I was like, yeah,
PayPal?
Yeah.
What's PayPal?
PayPal. PayPal?
PayPal. Oh.
How do you pronounce it? Is it
PayPal?
not PayPal?
I don't know.
Guys,
People let us know.
English is not my first language, okay? I'm trying here. So, and he was like, oh, okay. Do you want to do it now? And then I found a way to sort it out. And I was like, actually, never mind. Yeah. And then I was like, wait, did you not find this shady? And he was like, what you mean? I was like, I don't know. That's kind of shady, though. You didn't question it? And he was like, no, because he doesn't know me as a shady person. He knows that I wouldn't do anything that would put him in trouble, So I really feel bad for those women because honestly, I genuinely feel like they trusted that guy. And from what I've seen...
Would you have fell for it? Tell me the truth.
No.
Tell us the truth. Tell us the truth, Maja. Would you have felt for it?
I don't even have that kind of money.
No, but like the first woman, she did not have that kind of money, but she went and made some loans. So that is why I want to know. I said, tell us the truth. Tell us the truth.
No, I wouldn't.
A little bit.
I wouldn't.
At least like one loan.
No, I will never take a loan. I will. Girl, you know what? I don't know.
Because you're nourishing. You really care. Your feminine side.
No, honestly, I do. Like,
Yeah.
that is bad. I feel like I'm actually too feminine for my own good
But
sometimes.
see, that is what I'm saying. I am feminine, but I'm not making a loan for you. That is where like I just have like it's a blockage where I'm like I want
Are
to
you
really help.
sure, though?
but-
Okay, you know what? The first woman, that's yeah, because it was just a couple of months, right?
Yeah.
But let's talk about the third woman. Okay.
That's why I'm like the third woman. I can't even like be mad at her. I'm like for her,
Yeah.
it was such a long con. It was going into like 2 years of that, right?
Yeah,
They've
yeah,
been
yeah.
together. So I'm like her, and then she did like, and she gave the least amount of money on top of it. She gave the least for almost 2 years. She gave like the least, barely anything.
Yeah.
So her, I'm able to kind of understand and be like, yeah, okay, you guys are going on to like 2 years. So like, you know, there's like work that's being done in the relationship where I'm able to kind of understand. But the first one, after a month or two, giving that much money, I just
No, yeah,
can't.
it was stupid. But you know what? As I said, I feel bad for them. So the first girl, she's into, I think it's 200,000 pounds.
Left
What do you mean left?
to pay.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's not fun. It's not funny.
It's not funny,
my
but I'm
God.
telling you, it's what is left. It's actually not 200, it's 150 left to pay.
As an international student, there were times where I was like super broke and I had to eat noodles to survive. And it's so stressful
Yeah,
to
it
just
is.
wake up and not have money.
Yeah.
So imagine the stress she must be going through.
Yeah.
200,000.
150. But I'm just saying that is the part where I'm laughing, but really I actually really feel bad for them. Like that is something that should have never ever happened. Like, you know what I mean? It's really bad.
Yeah. So if it looks too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah,
People need to be
question
careful.
it.
Like self-awareness again, guys. Like, look at yourself and ask yourself, why would the son of a billionaire be on Tinder? Is that a thing? I don't know.
I'm gonna
I don't think they would struggle to
sipping.
find. I don't think they would struggle to find a girl. Why would they be on Tinder? And why would they be interested in you? Like, sorry.
Why not?
sometimes you
Okay,
need-
nah.
No, hey,
Girl, no. I hate whenever people say that. That's like, okay,
You
wait.
need to question it.
Sidetrack from like this subject. It's kind of like, have you watched? I didn't watch it yet, but I think it's like Christina, whatever, like Cristiano Ronaldo, whatever his name is, girlfriend. They met. She was just like a basic saleswoman at Gucci, and then he like invited her, and then she said like she
He
couldn't.
was already rich.
He was already known at that point. That
I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying it doesn't
so it's
happen.
like,
I'm just saying
what-
you need to question it.
Okay, the Tinder part, I will really question it. Like, I will question it really,
Yeah.
really highly.
If he sees you in the street and like he finds you beautiful or
Yeah.
he sees you somewhere, no, yeah, sure,
No,
it's
yeah,
cool.
okay.
But I'm saying on Tinder.
On Tinder, okay,
you know?
yeah, that's hella fishy. Okay,
Yeah, like-
okay, I agree on that.
You know, so be careful, guys. We all want love, but be careful.
Seriously, on
Yeah.
Tinder, out of all places, not even Hinge.
And yeah, also,
Yeah, sorry, because my camera.
okay. So also, just his personal style. It screams scammers. Because
Right?
honestly, a billionaire wouldn't dress like that. Look at me talking. Like, I hang out with so many billionaires and
No.
I know them.
But still, a lot of people.
Okay. My mic keep going down.
But it's no, seriously, a lot of people that have money, they're not dressing up like into like.
Gucci, Versace. Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like screaming, like, you know, it's
So
not even like the,
flashy.
yeah, I'm like, nobody really do that.
Yeah. That would have been a huge red flag. Like, Mark Zuckerberg doesn't dress like that.
Swear to God, he dresses like with like Old Navy stuff.
So, yeah. Talking about love, there's love in the air because
Ooh,
our girl Rihanna is pregnant.
Yeah.
Have you seen the?
Yeah.
You saw the pictures and everything.
That girl, she can never do anything wrong in my eyes. Rihanna, I swear to God, she could be like in like a trash, and I'd be like, yes, girl, yes.
That is so true. That is actually so true.
Like,
As a pro kid, though, I mean,
I don't really know much about him, to be honest.
yeah. For some reason, I do see Rihanna being with a rich Arab dude, like her ex, you know? Because I just feel like relationships in Hollywood are not meant to last, you know? And
Yeah.
I don't want Rihanna to end up being someone's baby mama, you know? I feel like she went through so much. She deserves to be with someone who's gonna like love her forever.
Maybe he's been like in love with her for like years. He had like crush and then the crush and then the crush, but they've been together for like a really long time. It's just like the relationship is like really, really low key. It's like a really low key relationship.
I know they've been friends for a really long time. I know
No,
they
they were dating.
yeah, but before dating, they were friends.
Yeah.
I know they used to be like best friend or something. And I love Rihanna, but again, people are gonna call me salty, but I'm ready for it. I have an issue with people who date their friends. I feel like it shows that you don't know boundaries. Would you date your best friend? Would you get pregnant with your best friend's baby?
The thing is, ASAP always had a crush on Rihanna, right? That's like, you know, like those like cute movies when like the nerd that nobody really likes, and then you start hanging out with that person and you think you guys are really good friends, but then you realize that like he's so like, you know, il fait des petites attentions ici et par là, and you fell in love with. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe like it's not something that was like one day like she woke up, she's like, oh yeah, I want to date this person, but it's like everything that they've been through, or like how like he was acting around her, and then she fell in love with that. So it's still kind of red flag though. Not gonna lie. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I mean, I can't. Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I can only judge based on what I see, because obviously I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I don't know the story of the relationship or whatever. But it did got me thinking about it. Would I date my best friend? And the answer is absolutely not. You know, I just
Is
feel
he
like
ugly?
no, he's not ugly. He's not. But as I said, I just feel like it shows lack of boundary. Because what do you tell your boyfriend when he's jealous? When you hang out with your male friends, oh, don't worry, he's just a friend. Nothing is gonna happen. He's just a friend. Imagine you're in a relationship with a guy and you keep saying that, oh, you have nothing to be worried about. He's just a friend. And then you break up with him, and then a couple of months down the line, you start dating that friend. Like, it's super weird. And I think it's just a bad idea to date your friend or your best friend. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't go that route. Some people tried. I had to be like, nope, not happening. For me, it's just not the greatest idea. And I feel like sometimes like I try to lie to myself and be like, yeah, me and my ex can totally be friends. And then nowadays I'm like,
No.
I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. One person we're really friends, but it's like I still had to put on like boundaries. In the past year, I mean, like, okay, there's some stuff like we actually do need boundaries, like, you know, because it looks like really weird on the like an eye that's like looking from the outside. That I'm like, we can still be friends, but
Yeah. Because the way I treat my friends and the way I treat my boyfriend, it's two completely different words. It's so different, and I don't know how a friend can ever become a boyfriend.
you guys are like drunk and then you're crying on his like lap or like shoulder, and then both of you are drunk, and then you guys like turn around and then look at each other's eyes and like lock the look for like a good like 5 to 10 seconds, and then you realize, oh my god, that's the love of my life.
I think you need to get rid of this Disney Plus subscription. Faut que tu cancelles ton abonnement à Disney Plus. I don't know. I get it. It is possible. Mais je pense que c'est juste hypocrite en fait. It means that you were never really friends, you know.
Because that means like there's like some kind of attraction somewhere.
Yes. And
That
it
means like
is-
you look at that person, you're like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly. And I just feel like your friend or your best friend would know so much about you. So my male best friend, I was single, and then we went out, and then we ordered an Uber to go back home. That Uber driver was so good looking, you know. The minute he arrived, my friend looked at me and he was like, I got you. Like, I got you. I know what to do. I know how to handle this situation, you know. So now I'm like, imagine dating someone like that who just knows, like he knows so much about you. He knows what's your type. I don't know. It's weird. Every time you're going to be somewhere with him, he will look around and know exactly what guy in this room you would be attracted to. And same for me. Like when we are out, I'm able to look around the room and know exactly what girl he finds attractive. Is it not weird?
I don't know if it's weird though, because like I know like who like my friends are attracted to. All my friends, like one of like my really good friend.
No, I
will,
said
like,
if you were dating that person,
yeah,
would it not be weird?
I don't think so, because like one of my ex, like he was like even up until this day, if you ask him like who's Naomi's type, he's gonna be like, look at me. He's literally like me, like look at me, that's her type.
But that's the thing. If you are my
But-
friend, that means I'm not you're not my type, right? So if you become my boyfriend, that would mean that I'm with you for other reason. You know. So are you not gonna be self-aware of that every time you see a guy who's actually my type? I
So
don't know.
you wouldn't want to be friends with somebody who's attractive. C'est une longue pause, hein, vraiment là.
I'm thinking. Context matter. It depends how that friendship took place. You know, I wouldn't create a new friendship right now because most of my male friends, I've been friends with them for ages. You know, I feel like right now I'm too old to develop a friendship with a man if he's attractive. Just like that. Like something need to happen. Like maybe he's my friend's friends and we just hang out all the time. I don't know. It's complicated.
See, I'm like one of those people that really, really like to be like, men and women can be friends. And honestly, I always lied to myself. Because like in the back of my mind, I'm like, girl, you is lying to yourself so much. Because I'm like, the only way to actually make friends, like a guy friend, that means like, maybe like you have a boyfriend or an ex, and then at that moment, he like introduced you to one of his friends, and then you guys started like hanging out, and then you guys became friends. That's how you actually make friends, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, let's all be honest. If I'm out here in these streets walking and somebody stops me,
Exactly.
that does not, like, do you think you really want to, you're like, ooh, this girl looks pretty, I want to be her friend. No.
Exactly.
This girl's pretty, I'm trying to get like under her pants. Like, that is
Yeah.
literally what you're thinking. And then I always like to lie to myself and like, no, we can be friends. I'm like, girl, why are you doing this to yourself? I do that to myself even like yesterday. And it is so recent. I always try to lie to myself, and I always have to remind myself, I'm like, no, this person stops you. It's not to be friends. Even if he's like, no, just be friends. No, Naomi. He's not trying to be your friend.
No, it's not a thing. It's not a thing.
You really need to like have friends in common, and that's how you guys became friends. Because if it was at a bar or something like that, you guys are not friends.
Would you remain friend with your ex?
I have one of my ex were friends.
How is that going?
Going well.
Really?
Yeah, we
What
joked
happened
around.
to that friendship when you get in a new relationship?
It's in the back burner because then like the other person like feels insecure, like the boyfriend or girlfriend, like whatever. Well, in this case for me,
Did you say-
boyfriend.
okay. I was like, is there something I don't know?
In my case, sorry. In my case, it's gonna be like, no. I've realized that like whenever like I have like a boyfriend and then they know about that person, they're like, and then they become insecure. So for me to not make them feel insecure purposely, I have to like be like, wow, you understand, and obviously he understands that. He's like, okay, yeah, whatever, like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna make you like feel uncomfortable in like a relationship that I'm with you and be like, yeah, he's just a friend. That's a friend that saw you naked. Yeah, no, when I'm in a relationship, that friendship needs to be in the back burner. It cannot be like every day. We talk, whatever. We can like joke around and have a good time. But as soon as like I'm in a relationship, it cannot be the same because then jealousy and all of that. So I prefer not.
No, yeah, I totally agree. I just feel like I can't do it. It's over. If we are not together anymore, we're not friends. There's no way I can do it. It is highly disrespectful to your new partner to hang out with someone you were emotionally connected with. I would never want my partner to hang out with the ex as in, oh, we're just friends. It is disrespectful.
Yeah, that is why I'm
So-
like, when I'm in a relationship, it's like, peace out.
But that is weird. So we are friends when I'm single.
We can be friends. Yeah, but that's the thing. Even him, it's the same thing. It's like, what are you gonna prioritize? Like at some point, like you have to prioritize like your own life, your relationship. So it's like, yeah, we can like talk like we don't have to talk every single day. Can be like, hey, how are you doing? Great, great. Okay, moving on with our lives, right?
Is that
Picking
a
up on
friend
you.
though? Because that's different. You can text someone, hi, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, but that's not a friend. Like what I understand by friendship is like you actually talk to the person, you hang out with the person, Because I think it's fine to text your
No, I
ex
have,
once
like-
in a while
I
to
have,
know
like,
how
friends
they
that
are doing.
I don't text them every single day. I don't hang out with them every single day.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have to do it every single day. Sometimes like I could like
I mean,
see
not
the same.
every single day, of
Sometimes like I
course,
can
but-
like spend like an entire like 2-3 weeks seeing the same person every single day, and then at some point I'm like, girl, I'm tired of you, man. Like I'm taking a break for a month, and I don't see them for like a month, but nothing changes.
Yeah.
Right? It's like I'm still up. So it really depends. So that's just like me. It's like I think I only have like one bad ex where like I see him on the streets, I'm like, "Ooh, do not talk to me. I swear to God, he's gonna look at me. I'm like, please do not. But all my exes is just like, all my exes, why am I saying as if like I have like a ton of them? But any person that I've actually like, talked to or like whatever, we're able to walk on the streets and just be like, hey, how are you? Whatever, we're gonna laugh. At
Yeah,
some
yeah,
point,
yeah.
like I was like walking the street and there's like a car that stopped and it's like my first ever like boyfriend. He like stopped. It's like, of course that's you, Naomi. I swear to God, I recognize you. And we just like stopped there and then we start like laughing and just like, just talking and then like whatever. I'm like, I only have one grudge from one person because like he was so bad, so toxic. But any person that was like in my life, I normally don't have I try not to have a grudge because I'm like, we always have like a good time. So, except for one person, you're still a piece of shit. No, I'm just joking. Maybe
Are you
not.
though?
No, I'm not. I am not.
Okay.
But no, exactly. So it's just like I don't know. I'm just like in a place where like I'm just like okay with everybody in my life. Where I'm like, if like my boyfriend says, well, this thing like bothers me, then I will try not to do it because I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, of course.
That's never my intention.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rihanna, honestly, at the end of the day, girl, you could be like in a trash can, in a trash bag. You could be like wearing anything. I swear to God, I'll be like, yes,
I love Rihanna.
yes, 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 yes. But that's honestly nothing really to do with her, to talk about her. I try to like,
Imagine being Rihanna's baby. I don't know.
yo, that baby's gonna be so beautiful.
I can
So
feel it.
blessed. Like, I'm like, damn, that baby.
I can feel it.
But I don't know. Hopefully it does not like take from like ASAP Rocky. No shade.
I think he's good looking.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not really.
He's a good looking guy. I
He
absolutely
has a beautiful
dislike
skin. His skin is beautiful.
absolutely dislike his style, but he's a good looking guy.
No, I just love his skin. I'm like, you can see that he takes care of his skin, his teeth. I'm like, oof. Yes. But I'm like, would I stop on the streets for him? No. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I would just be like, keep on walking. I don't know.
Well, they seem to be in love. And,
Yeah, exactly. That's really all that matters. It's just our 2 cents at the end of
Yeah.
the day. Probably not even gonna look at it. But if ever she watch, girl, I love you. Story time. One
Yeah.
time I went out with the friend who both ghosted us. That person that ghosted the both of us. So we went out and then we went to like this bar next to my house. we met this guy. Like, I told you the story, but I never told you like what happened after. So like, you know, like le gars qui a fait tout le tour de Montréal to come pick us up when we were like actually just downtown.
Yeah.
So this guy, really nice. So we went back to his place, and then we're just like, you know, having drinks and whatever. And I'm like, I really want to leave because I'm like, well, at this point, I'm like the third wheel guy. I really need to leave. And then she's like, no, 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 like please stay, please stay. And obviously, because I'm trying to be a good friend, so I'm like, fine, I'm gonna like stay a little longer. So, you know, I'm like, we're like talking, whatever, having a good time. Why is this man asking me, would you have a threesome?
That escalated quickly. I was not expecting this.
And then I'm like, oh, yeah, the only time I'll have it, it's with Rihanna. He's like, okay, yeah, like, stop joking. I'm like, no, I'm not joking. If you're not bringing me Rihanna, do not ask me those type of questions. Do not. That was
Would you
so
though?
weird.
Would you really?
Rihanna,
Or did you
really
just
consider.
say it?
I think I'm just saying it. I know I'm just, but that's like my answer for everything. And people are always like, "Oh, okay, so like, would you be?" I'm like, "No, bring me Rihanna, and then we can talk. If you're not bringing me Rihanna, like, why are we talking?"
Nah.
Not me answering those type of questions. And then she really got mad at me after that. I'm like, I'm not even the one who asked the question. And I said, Rihanna, you're not Rihanna, girl. You're far from being Rihanna.
Are we throwing shades today? Is that what we're doing?
I don't know, but
What is
that's just like
going
the entire like Rihanna story. That just like made me think about that. I don't know why it just made me think about that day. It was so weird. Because she was just like, I'm like, you're not Rihanna, so.
Okay, so there's that YouTuber that I follow. She's really low key, but she talked about a story when she met Rihanna in a club,
Ooh.
and she said that there was a girl who was trying to take a picture with her, and she was like so excited, like, "Oh my God, Rihanna, I love you. Can I have a picture with you?" And then she looked at the girl like head to toe, and then she made like a little dance move, and she left. And I was like, imagine being treated like that by Rihanna.
Oh my God.
My
really?
life will never make sense. I will think about that every day. Maybe she was just, it happened.
Maybe she was drunk or
Maybe she
something.
was drunk. Maybe she was just not having it. She was just trying to have fun with her friends, and
Because that's
she was being
understandable. At some
annoying.
point, like if you go out, you just want to have fun. You don't want to
Yeah.
have like like a bunch of pictures of you like tagged.
I will never recover from that.
I swear to God.
Genre,
no.
Rihanna, t'as mis un vent.
Honestly, like
No, so I just feel like if I see her, I'm not even gonna talk to her. Because
I feel like Rihanna is like the type of person that like I'll be partying with. Like I'll be having like the best time. I just feel like this girl has like such a good vibe. Like everything. I'm like, girl. But when she's not having it, I feel like you know when she's not having it. I feel like you're gonna know. But that's a little 2 cents about Rihanna. Love you, girl.
So from lovers.
Call me for that threesome.
Oh my God. So from lovers to exes. What's up with Kanye and Kim?
Girl, it's a mess. And I don't even know. Because I feel like I've been lost. I've been trying to follow what's going on. I am lost. Like, extremely lost. I don't know about you.
I feel like Kim and Kanye have been in such a toxic relationship for a long time. Have you seen any red flags from the relationship while they were together?
Well, I don't know them personally.
I mean, obviously, if you do,
Just out
please
here, like, you
introduce
know,
me.
having Kim K, like, phone number on my phone. Like, oh, yeah, let me just text her for a bit.
No, obviously, from what
But-
we saw,
Yeah.
online, yeah.
So, yeah, it is extremely toxic, honestly. But the thing is, I think Kanye tried, like, he did his best. And obviously, we know, like, not everything is stable with him, like, you know. And obviously, like, you should go to therapy and all of that. But I don't think he ever do anything to actually be mean or anything. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, Kim is, like, doing some, like, really effed up shit behind the scene. And then her mom is just covering it up. How come, like, the person always has a reaction? There's always something with Kanye. He's always talking something. Okay, yeah, he might be, like, jealous of, like, the new boyfriend. But at some point, I see some stories of, like, oh, yeah, you're trying to, like, run away with my kids, like, you know? And I've seen that before with, like, this guy was, like, the ex that, like, I really don't like. he had like two kids, and I swear to God, like one day, like he went to pick them up. Why is the mom getting? That's his day, okay? The court said this day it's your day. At this time, you're supposed to come pick up the kids at this address at this time, right? Why is the mom getting those kids, putting them like in a car and driving off, and then he has to run after her? I'm like, a lot of things, like, I'm like, Kim, she's not innocent. Because I've seen that in real life. I'm like, those type of women, they're gonna hide. They're gonna be like, oh, I haven't done anything. But I'm like, at some point, if this person is always like, the bad guy, you're doing something to poke him. You cannot be a saint, and this guy is always like just crazy person. Which
Okay.
like this is just like my thing. I'm like, they're toxic, obviously, both of them, but Kanye is more out there. So we're seeing what he's doing. And Kim, 100% she's behind the scenes, and her mom's able to cover up everything. That's like my thing with them. I don't know about you. What do you think?
Okay. I think my personal opinion on Kim and Kanye is that they are both highly egotistical beings. They both love attention. I remember one thing that happened with them from the show. So I said it in this podcast. I feel like if your woman starts dressing up in a weird way, you are allowed to tell her you don't like it, right? That's my personal opinion. However, I remember Kanye telling Kim that she needs to cover up more because they are now married, right? And I saw it as a red flag because Kim is that woman. We know her for her very sexy pictures on the internet, right? So before marrying her, he knew that she was about that lifestyle. We all know that Kim Kardashian loves doing that. She loves being sexy. She just loves that, right? My first issue with Kanye came from that. So I was like, okay, you know who Kim is. You got married to her. She was dressing up a certain way. Why would you ask her? Because it was a big argument from the show, from what I saw, right? So I was like, this relationship is not gonna go far, because you want her to change for you, right? When you knew exactly what you were signing up for, you know. You can't go for a girl that is so sexy, that is known for being sexy, and then ask her to completely change her style because now she's with you. This is something you should have discussed before, okay? And then I also remember Kim saying something like, oh, when she was considering divorcing Kanye, I think she was talking to her mom or something, and she said something like, oh, I want a husband who's gonna be here for me, work out with me, watch the same TV shows as me. And her and Kanye don't even live in the same city,
Yeah.
right? And
No, they
Kanye is
don't.
a rapper, he's on tour, he does things, and I'm like, did you not think about these things before getting married? What is it that you were expecting? Were you expecting him to all of a sudden stay in your city because now you are married? And I feel like they just represent what people are doing wrong in relationships, even friendships sometimes, which is expecting the person to change now that they are with you, you know. Don't you talk about these things before getting married? I don't know.
We're all delusional. People are all delusional. Women more delusional than men. Something I really believe.
Right.
Women were more delusional than men. It's like you can see somebody who's broken, you're like, I can fix him. Bruh, 50 women before you couldn't fix him. The only thing that you guys can really do is like go to therapy, talk to somebody. No, seriously. At this point, like, because, well, there's like one accusing Kanye of like being on drugs, and I don't want to like defend him. I'm not defending none of them, but it's like, why do you make those type of things? Like, yeah, he's on drugs. Yeah, he's trying to kidnap her like kids. Oh, I'm gonna have to put security. You're not just hurting him, you're hurting your kids at the end of the day. You're hurting your kids. So it's like, or you go to therapy and sort it out, or it's like you're raising like kids to be effed up at the end. Like in a few years, like, why are you guys doing this? Because it's like, yeah, okay, I understand he still wants her and whatever. But Kanye is not like this like mean person who's ever really gonna attack anybody. Come on here. Homeboy like talks a lot, but who can really say that like Kanye ever raised a hand, ever did that? I'm like, he has a lot of talk in him. But he's not really like, because like you can see in a lot of like interviews, like he really care about his kid. You can see like he really, really care about his kid. So I'm like, just trying to co-parent. Because most of those guys, a lot of fathers, like, they just want to, like, have access to their kid. That's all they really want. And a lot of women, they're nasty. And I'm a woman and, like, I see it. And I'm like, you guys are really nasty. Because you guys hide and let those men just, like, be treated, like, really badly on, like, the public eye. And you're doing a lot of sneaky stuff and being like, yeah, he's doing this, he's doing that. A lot of guys, they just want to have their kids in their life. That's all that really matters. So I'm like, if she can give him like this like access and just let him deal with his emotions of like wanting her back, I'm pretty sure they can somewhat co-parent.
I think they are actually teaching us so much about the challenges of co-parenting.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever okay to talk badly about the mother of your children or the father of your children.
Yeah.
And they keep doing that constantly. And there's that statement that Kim put out, and she started it with, as the main provider and the main caregiver of our daughter. And I was like, this is so effed up. Like, why would you say that, you know? And I think it's something to be avoided at all costs. Because the person was a bad partner to you doesn't mean that they will be a bad father, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, actually.
Well, I don't think so. I don't think so.
know.
A lot of guys like on the internet that I watch, they always like, a lot of them don't have access to their kids, and then they're like, all I just really want is access to my kids. And then you see the baby mama trashing them online. But it's like, why are you trashing him? He does not want to be with you. He only wants his kid, and then now you're salty about it.
Yeah.
So Kim K, I understand her halfway. I'm like, yeah, he said he wants you back. You guys can deal with those emotions, but don't deny the access to your kids. Don't like talk bad about each other online, because that's staying online. That means like North in a few years, when like she's already great at like TikTok and whatever. When she's gonna start watching those interviews of you talking bad, both of you guys talking bad about each other, that's not good.
TikTok, that is another issue with co-parenting, because both parents have different rules, right? And
Yeah.
Kanye was really firm. He said repeatedly that he didn't want his daughter to be on TikTok. And then Kim allowed her to be on TikTok. How old is she?
She's like, I think 8, something like that. 7?
Why is an 8-year-old on TikTok? You know? And it's another issue. You really need to know who you're having children with. Because if mom says, okay, it's fine, and dad says, no, I don't want this to happen, what do we do? And I just feel like Kim doesn't respect Kanye's.
And she does it like by petty. Because like if you see like at some point, North, she started filming the house without authorization.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like she started like posting a bunch of things. And I'm like, this is like your privacy. Like, imagine at some point, like, she filmed something that, like, I don't know, because, like, a lot of people were, like, joking around, but I think a lot of them also really wanted, like, a credit card. They were like, just give me the numbers, like, you know, just send us, like, a picture of, like, show us, like, a picture of, like, your mom's wallet, credit card, whatever. I'm like, that is really dangerous. And that kid is not, like, old enough to understand what's going on. So I'm like, a lot of things that she do, I think, like, it's just out of pettiness.
Yeah, so you do need to be careful who you're having children with. Like, think about it properly. You need to think about it. If you are no longer with that person one day, do you trust them to be a good parent? You know, you need to consider all these things.
That is why, like, mon professeur de notarial always told me, before getting married, you prepare your divorce.
That's dark.
No, but honestly, like, that is...
Damn.
No, she said... All of her clients, tous les notaires que je connais, they all say that. After that class, like when like I started working like at a law firm, tous les notaires là-bas, they were all saying the same thing. You need to prepare your divorce. Even if you're not planning on divorcing.
Yeah, no, for sure. Nobody is planning on divorcing, right?
You have to prepare it before you ever even get married. Because how this person is reacting, like, you know, preparing like for a divorce, you kind of get a glimpse of if ever something were to go wrong in the future. You get, like, a glimpse of it. So you have to be aware. Because, like, it's all, like, lovey-dovey, ha-ha-ha. But some people really get nasty. Like, in the divorce, sometimes, like, I watch, like, those, like, divorce court. I'm like, damn. you guys like were really in love for
But
real.
you know what? That's the thing. The person you marry is the person you divorce. And that's the point that I was trying to make earlier. You need to know who you're getting married to. Because a lot of people just have that idea that, okay, now because we are married, they're going to change. Because, yeah, sometimes someone can treat you well because they love you, right? But what happened when the love is gone? You need to pay attention to how the people are in general, with their friends, with their family. What's their lifestyle, you know? Who are they outside of me, right? So when things are not well with them, you know that they're not going to be nasty to you. Because a nasty person has always been. They were just nice to you because they loved you. Now you're just seeing the true side.
Yeah, but I'm still a big believer that I am preparing my divorce. Like, I am preparing my divorce before I get married. I'm gonna prepare because, like, you know what? I don't want to be left where we're nasty to each other. Where, like, we have kids and we're going through, like, a ton of stuff that is just not it. And yeah, that's just like, because you see it in, like, a lot of, like, celebrities. Like, you see how, like, they handle it. I'm like, that is so nasty. You guys are, like, the worst people, actually, if I have to say it.
That's just the true side.
I'm like, damn. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, I feel like a lot of people, like, forget that you were in love one time with that person and you loved something. So, if it's not working out, can you just be like, okay, we loved each other, we can move on, you know? Trying to co-parent, trying to do this. Because you still love that person. You were in bed with that person. You were having kids. You did not have one, two, three. You had, like, 4 or 5 kids with that person.
But you
So
see,
there was
that's
something going kind of well at that point for you to have like 4 kids with that person.
yeah. Now it is hard. If your behavior is shaped according to who the person represent to you, it's gonna be hard. Not whether I'm in love with you or not, I will never wish you bad, right? So that's just who I am. So if we get married together and we get a divorce, I mean, I will do my best for it to go as smoothly as possible. However, if I'm a nasty person, just in general, but you choose to close your eyes on that, and then you get married to me, and I'm nice to you because I love you, and now I'm not in love with you anymore, and we decide to get a divorce, what do you expect? You know, it's very hard to be like, oh, you need to know that you were in love with the person. You're not anymore. It's not a reality anymore, you know. So what people need to do is take the time to assess who they are actually getting in a relationship with, who they are having children with, who they are getting married to. Are they nice to you? Are they good people to me because they love me, or are they actually good people?
Know who you marrying, who you're like getting in bed with. Mostly getting in bed with. That's what I'm gonna have to focus on. Because some of your people, like, yo, did you see like the whole Future thing? So apparently he's doing a what's called an interview with Kevin Samuels.
I haven't
saw
heard about Future for
Girl,
so long.
I saw like a quick thing that my friend sent me like last night. So they're like doing this interview. It's not out yet. I don't think so because I couldn't find it. But he's asking Future. So apparently like he has like a problem or like he's like a sex addict or whatever he was like saying.
Okay.
And he asked him, so how much do you actually spend on women? So he says like 2, 3. And then Kevin Samuel was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
2, 3 thousand per year? That's actually not bad. No, 2, 3 million. For who? For what? You have
Wait.
seven baby mamas. Go take care of your kids.
Is he not taking care of his kids though?
Well, depending, like, I'm like just saying what I saw online. Because some of his baby mamas are really salty online. They're really salty. They be like making like those like, you know, those like posts that like last like for like 5 minutes of you just trying to like go like this for like 5-10 minutes. You're like, and they're like writing those big paragraphs. I'm like, some of them, thank God, Ciara, thank God for her. She got out.
How many children does he have?
I know it's 7 baby mamas,
Okay,
but some
yeah.
of them he went twice. He went back for a second.
Oh, Jesus.
So I don't know in total how many of them.
Nah,
So,
I cannot take that guy seriously. I'm sorry.
so he has like a lot of them. So I'm like, why are you spending 2-3 million on girls, like just like giving them like gifts, right? Like
Yeah.
lavish gifts. But you have a bunch of kids. That is weird. That I'm like, you just have a bunch of kids. Go take care of your kids. That's just not it. So yeah, so that I saw, I was just like not having it. I was like, ew. Some of y'all are just nasty. And then apparently Tristan Thompson,
you, you have all the news.
girl, I always like, I swear to God, even when I was not even looking for the news on top of it. Tristan Thompson, apparently he's paying like 40K per kids every month.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, every month, and on top of it, he's retiring. I'm like, damn, you screwed. Like,
How old is he? Why is he retiring already? Is he not too young for
late
that?
20s.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, so he's like paying like 40K every month for each kid. He has 3 of them. Watch like a fourth one pop out like end of this summer on top of it. But
But yeah. Well,
listen, people, we're not salty about love. I love love. I love like those like really like whiny movies. Like I watch them and I cry. I'm like, oh, even though I already know the end of the story. Like I already know it, but I'm still like, oh my God, that is so cute. Honestly, I just cry when I'm by myself, like watching them. If like I'm with somebody else, hell no, I'm not crying. Like,
I always cry when I watch movies. It doesn't matter if it's a happy moment, a sad moment, a dog died. I'm a huge
Yeah.
movie crier.
but not in front of people. I don't know why. In front of people, I'm like, no, I'm tough. Stop it. But I hope you guys like have like a good Valentine's Day, no matter even if like you're a couple or not.
If you're
Treat
single,
yourself.
stay in bed. It's
Treat
not your
yourself.
day, I beg.
Eat those chocolates
not
and
by
wait for the
force.
15th. On the 15th, they're gonna be half price. So you can go and buy them on the 15th. Okay, do not be salty. It's okay. This year was not your turn. Maybe next. Maybe next year you're gonna be, like you're gonna find somebody like,
Be careful if you go on Tinder.
yeah. So stay safe out there. Stay safe. Be careful. Like first date, being in like private jet. Like don't be doing that shit.
Don't go to Bulgaria.
If ever somebody tells you, I have enemies, run. Run. No enemies. Run for those damn enemies.
Yeah, so
I think
that's it.
that's a wrap.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Bye. Je dis quoi cette fois?